Hey everybody! Welcome back to Windows Making a Noise, and also Northernlion, playing the Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus, which has gone swimmingly recently. Got a good streak going on, and I think we're due to knock some more greed out if possible. For example, this weird question mark character, Rondum, does not have... Okay, that's a stupid joke. Eve has no greed mode. Once we're done with this, we maybe never have to do greed mode ever again, except to get the donation machine to $9.99, but then I don't even know if you need to. 6L04HV8C. If you need to get the donation machine to $9.99, or if it carries over in between the two different modes. I don't believe that it does, but it could. This is a pretty good get right here. We can put ourselves productively into the Whore of Babylon state. And hopefully pick up an item in the process. I'm ready. Interesting choice. I don't know if I like it or hate it. Let's try this on for size. Okay, we got 5 extra cents out of that. Did not blow up that thing. I think we're good to roll like this. You know what? We should buy a key. Yeah, buy the 5-cent key. Could have gotten a Spirit Heart as well, but I'd rather start with a little extra momentum. Little Haunt doesn't really give you much, but, you know, our damage is 5.86 regardless. That's a really good place to be starting your run at here. Obviously, wow, that was, like, really bad. I thought for certain I had that locked down, and then as the shot got closer and closer, I started to question myself. But the run is most delicate at startup. Please, no portals. The run is most delicate at startup, so we're just trying to be conservative with our HP. Excuse me, sir. Conscientious with our surroundings. I was a genuine terror in my voice when I said, excuse me, sir. Oh, Lord. I was standing right next to, you know, the enemies that could have ended my own life. We'll probably, I mean, I don't want to say have to. Let's just say it would be a strong idea, I imagine, for us to purchase some HP-related items. Now, that could just mean a Spirit Heart. And I think that's the way we would want to do it. But we might actually, and this is a little bit more of a risky play. But I think, just in terms of finances, we should buy a Spirit Heart and then buy a Red Heart. That way, we can also come back here and still at least give this guy a chance to pay out with something. One makes you small. Not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna throw good money after bad. Good HP after bad in this case. We got speed plus range as a result. You know what? I can live with that. I'm also gonna try to swing for the fences here. That thing. Traded 5 cents for 3 bombs. That's a really good trade that isn't actually gonna manifest itself just yet, but 5 cents for 3 bombs is a totally fine trade. I'm sure we'll get an opportunity to use those better in the future. I feel okay about this. The speed plus range pickup is not 10 out of 10 for us just yet, but there may come a time where one of those stats is relevant, and it could be either of them. As of right now, neither of them is really a big deal, but that could change. In the meantime, though, just do your best not to take damage. We have only been hit once. It kind of looks like we've been playing worse than we actually have, in my opinion. Little Haunt just keeps this dude afraid the whole time. That's excellent. Apparently not the whole time, just almost the whole time. We'll probably leave this floor having not purchased anything except whatever might sit in the deal with the devil. It sets us back a little bit. Oh, that was horrible. Especially when you consider that financially, you know, we also spend money on consumables, which is kind of the cardinal sin of greed mode. Sometimes you gotta do it, but it can put you in a weird spot. No question. Take it. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby. So the way that we're gonna do this, walk in here. Put something down, see what you get. Cricket's head, well worth it. Do that. Half a Spirit Heart just took you to 3.8, or sorry, plus 3.82 damage, which is in the 9s for us. I think this went okay. Our HP obviously is in a very delicate spot, but we can actually absorb an HP upgrade like we're going to do right there without losing Whore Babylon, which is extremely positive. And then the other thing is, can one of those bombs that we got for like 1.7 cents each pay out? And indeed they did. So we'll now take a key. We got bomb bag. Okay, you could spin this as if like bomb bag was what allowed us to get, as if getting those 3 bombs was what allowed us to get bomb bag. That was so dumb. I don't necessarily think that's the way things happen, but if you want to spin it like that, I think it makes me look smarter than I actually am. A lot of the positive decisions I make in Isaac essentially come down to happy accidents. A lot of the bad things that happen to me are unhappy accidents, but I'll be the first to tell you, success is a byproduct of luck to some extent. I think you gotta put yourself in a position to be lucky. I mean, Tiger Woods said you make your own luck, and there's a man who knows a thing or two about getting lucky. It's a joke about the fact that he was a sex addict, which is one of the addictions that it's okay to make fun of people for, relatively speaking. If you were like, haha, that guy's addicted to pain meds, people would be like, that's very insensitive. But if it's a high-powered celebrity addicted to sexual intercourse, you say, well, joke's on him, he's wienering himself, and not in the... I'm talking about the Anthony variety, not of the just a little prick variety. I'm not saying it's right, I'm just reflecting society's standards. I'm not setting them. I'm a 28-year-old Canadian. I don't choose what we laugh at and don't laugh at. NL, are you aware that you've lost enough spirit hearts here to potentially cost you the whole run? Yes, I am. It is the first Isaac run of the day. I don't want to use that as an excuse necessarily, but you know, it's okay to be a little rusty to begin with. Oh, pretty bad. Didn't need to use it, but I'm glad we didn't. You know what? I'll roll Head of Krampus. I think we could get good use out of that. We got 45 cents, but nothing really to do with it right off the bat. So we got a ton of money. Stats are very good, but we're still looking for some of the items that can really break us wide open. But the good news is if we find them, we can definitely buy them right off the bat. Hive Mind is probably worth giving a shot to, but I've acquiesced it already. So, okay, rate of fire and DPS as a result improve. We'll buy a key. Gives us chemical peel. Also pretty good. Our bomb extravaganza keeps continuing here. 2 of diamonds, 2 of hearts. Pretty garbage. What about now? I don't think toothpicks raises your rate of fire cap. I almost think we should go Maggie's bow, which gives us 1 HP. But allows us to possibly get something out of this. And also gives us deal with the devil fuel, which is important-ish. Chariot, another great card for this situation right here. I don't think we want Mr. Boom. I'm happy enough with Krampus' head. We got a little horn, which is occasionally quite nice and destroys anything it hits, but I don't like these items that much. So we might be missing out on toothpicks, admittedly, but I'm going to go for the reroll. I certainly don't care about data miner. At some point, we're going to have to pick it up, but that item is garbage, and I have put in the time to determine that it's garbage. Continue using bombs. We're going to get more. Fanny pack, belly button. Sure, I mean, we could try belly button on for size here, and I think Lucky Rock combined with bombs is pretty positive. Don't have a ton of money now, so let's just try to get that set up appropriately. Okay, now we'll throw some more bombs at the problem here. A lot of good stuff here. I think you go Tarot Cloth. But if we could afford to buy all these items, I would love to buy all these items, because Halo is fine. Even if it temporarily loses Whore Babylon for us, it's no big problem. It's pretty much my ideal wave. Bombs that are easy to avoid. Should also, like, try to occasionally, if you got nothing better to do, throw out some shots at rocks, because if science breaks them, you get some money out of it. Either way, we could blow them up for some extra money regardless, because we're getting a decent number of bombs, not really doing anything else with them. But I think we've broken this one, and in a good way. Not broken in the sense that, like, we can crash the game, but we've broken this run wide open. We found the tactic we needed in order to get an easy W here. For 21 cents, do you go Halo or Black Candle? probably, you're gonna think this is weird, but I think you go Black Candle. And he says that as he's walking over Halo, which is what I meant to say, of course. No, but for real, that was a misstep. Why would you go Black Candle? I'm not worried about ruining Whore of Babylon, because we'll just buy something from the Deal with the Devil this floor, next floor. Like, we're not gonna get 6 deals with the devil in a row that don't have items in all likelihood. Or 4 or whatever however many deals with the devil still remain. But we don't get much of a damage bonus for Whore of Babylon. Sorry, let me rephrase. We don't get much of a damage bonus for the Halo, and if we're already at the rate of fire cap, we're not getting much out of that either. Plus, we're already at the speed cap. Range is largely irrelevant. I've talked myself out of buying the Halo to begin with. I don't think it's necessarily worth it. It's hard to look at an all stats upgrade and say that this is not something I desire, but it really isn't, is it? As long as we're already capped out and, you know, the damage bonus you get from the Halo is like 0.9 or something. Yeah, so we'll just take Pentagram, raise our damage, be in the Whore of Babylon state. We could buy Halo, but I'm not gonna. Instead, I'm just gonna leave. But actually, let's make sure this thing's tapped out. That'll do it. Starter deck is irrelevant, I think. I think I may have just paid 15 cents for a single card because we already had Belly Button. But the card was okay. Here, using the bombs we got from that, we can make our money back, but I still hesitate to say it was a good idea. Okay, down to the next floor. Damage, DPS, even HP is pretty disgusting here. We also saved a little money by not having to buy keys, so maybe that Justice card was okay, but it was a bad decision, one way or the other. Alrighty, 17 cents. This is why I like having a little HP remaining, so we can play these Demon Judgments, which have not really given us a bunch of great stuff so far, but they haven't been too bad. These floors are like carbon copies of one another. Ooh. I'm kind of torn here. Do we want... Let's try a 3-cent item there. That actually worked totally fine. Do we want Jesus Juice? It is a damage upgrade. 2 of Diamonds is huge, but we don't need to use it yet. Because if we get to 24 cents, it takes us to 99. Which actually, okay, so we probably should, in all likelihood, buy Jesus Juice now, because we don't need very much money to get to 99 cents regardless. But we don't have the money just yet, so we'll hold off on that. Check this out. Not a stone chest for the first time in Earth's history. We're going to win, and I'll tell you straight up. I might try for the greatest gamble mankind has ever seen. What if we try to donate 198 cents to our donation machine? That's right. We get to 99 cents, donate it all, which is, there's a relatively okay chance that would work for us. Then we pop 2 of Diamonds. Well, I guess we couldn't get to 99. We could donate like 70 cents and then quadruple with 2 of Diamonds plus Tarot Cloth, and then donate the remaining 99. So we could donate like 160 cents if the percentages hold out for us. I want to give it a try, because I think, I mean, 14 damage leaves you in a really good spot. With 5 rate of fire, 2 speed, decent spacebar item, etc., etc. Not to mention we can keep taking items from the Deal with the Devil, so... Like, this greed mode run is solved 12 minutes in. We got no worries. I'm trying to strike a balance, by the way, between greed mode and not greed mode. Like, one on, one off. Because some people really like greed mode. Some people are, like, okay with greed mode. Some people don't like it nearly as much as normal runs. And I think, to be honest with you, I'm kind of in that bottom camp. Like, I'm having a relatively fun time, but I am a normal run guy. The normal run is a better... It's more restrictive, which I think ends up being a positive thing because it leads to more variety in your runs. Whereas in greed mode, there's a lot of sameness, which is okay. I just prefer, I guess I prefer having a little less choice in the matter, I suppose. Probably because I'm not from the land of freedom. It's just not built into my DNA like that, right? Okay, we'll go Guppy's head and hold it because it's, like, solid. And we'll just keep moving on here. The only thing we really want... I mean, we'd love to become Guppy, and I would pay handsomely to do so. HP or money. Tier detonator is... I mean, it's okay. If we got better tier effects, I might consider it on this floor, but probably not. Getting the HP is good because it means that I can... trade essentially for free with the deals with the devil. We want to check wherever we can get cards from, because with Tarot Cloth, the cards are, on paper, twice as useful. But sometimes twice as useful makes a card vastly more useful than it would otherwise would be. Like, I think 4 Spirit Hearts is better than double as good as 2 Spirit Hearts, which is a sentence that, as I said it, I said to myself, I've gone cross-eyed, but, I mean, look at that. This time it's not, because of the, because of the fact that we already had the cap, but I digress. Anyway, all I'm getting at is we could probably buy 3-cent cards all day and essentially make a profit due to Tarot Cloth. I mean, 1 2 of diamonds at the present moment buys us like 70 cents, so... I'm not even worried about our existing HP, damage, etc., etc. Like, this guy's gotta go. That was a pretty bad move, but that was substantially worse when you're doing all this to pick up a bomb. Not necessary. The dream for us right now, I would say, is... I mean, obviously, if we get blank card or something, we can just donate forever. Especially if we get, like, sharp plug or something. But apart from that, the dream is a deal with the devil that gives us the guppy trifecta. And once that's done, it's done forever. And then I gotta figure out, do we still have to grind greed mode to get to 999? I'm assuming the answer is yes, but I may be mistaken. We can move on to Greedier, which is a little bit more interesting, I think, just because you don't get the keys to the kingdom. You know, the kingdom might have left a door ajar or something, but you got to kind of examine the house and figure out what your point of entry is going to be. You can't just put the key in the lock and then turn it, and oh, surprise, it's Chaos plus Guppy again. But I think it's a pretty strong indication of, like, our strength in this run right now, that... essentially, I accidentally just injured Ragman. He offers no substantive threat to us. There's actually 2 champion Ragman. And I didn't even notice. Another good sign. That is the Guppy dream. Take Hairball because we actually don't want golden chests. And I guess we pick up the 2 remaining Spirit Hearts, and I gotta be honest with you, I kind of apologize. Not the most engaging greed mode run, but I also did not design the mode. Like, I'm doing my darndest here. Takes us up to 98 cents. We probably could have gotten like another 15 and bought some stuff there. This one's gonna be a little on the faster side, no question though. So we got a key beggar we can't do anything with. We could just skip this floor. Not that interested. 2 Spirit Hearts. I think we should look for the reroll, because if we can get a blank card, we can donate even more money, and it'd also be, like, kind of hilarious. And blank card is a pretty common get. We don't need any of this. It's the thing. You're gonna be like, oh, take Chaos. Chaos lowers our odds of getting blank card, I believe. Sure, it could show up in the deal with the devil as a result, but we don't need 99 bombs. We don't need Black Hole. Many of the items that look good, we actually can't benefit from because our run is already too good to benefit from them. We're probably going to get 15 cents, so I'll take Champion Belt. I'll take Spider Mod. I think we'll blow this guy up and basically just put a capstone on this one. Like, the way I see it, there's nothing that can stop us. So again, what's the idea here? The idea is very simple. Pretty much, like 30% of the run length will probably be us donating to the donation machine after the run is over. I want to donate from 99 cents, or however many we have, but it should be 99 at this point, to 24, 25, I suppose. Not that that's a huge deal. We pop 2 of diamonds with Tarot Cloth that takes us to 99 cents. We shouldn't have blown up the key beggar, dude. That takes us to 99. We donate all of that, and then, like, we've saved ourselves from having to do, like, 8 greed mode runs to fill the difference. The biggest catastrophe, and as a result, what everybody out there should be rooting for, and I take no offense to it, I would feel betrayed if you weren't rooting against me to some extent on a run this powerful. I'd be rooting against somebody else that I was watching. I'd be like, look at this, pride comes before the fall. It's a natural human instinct, I think, to want to see overconfidence fail you. It's the Macbeth principle. Excuse me. What I would hate to see, and thus you might love to see, is it clogging on a 0% or a 1% chance, which would actually be pretty funny. Although, when I turned off the recording, I would start to cry. I mean, let's just bounce, dude. We're good. Beyond good. Just don't accidentally use one of the cards, and you say, well, what kind of idiot would do that? You know what channel you're watching? Anytime I say don't do this, there's oftentimes a story that'll match it, unfortunately. So we probably could have bought one more item. But, it's all intellectual at this point. We've had a winning run since, like, the 4th floor. Maybe even since the 2nd floor. We did get a little dicey on the 1st floor, but since then, we've been completely set. We could probably donate even more, because there's all these guys up here that could pay out. I would guess we're probably going to get like 10 to 15 cents from 3 or 4 guys that have a I picked up the money like a moron while talking about not picking up the money. Well, I guess, to be honest, you have to pick up the money, because if you don't, he's gonna eat it and gain HP. So actually, I don't feel too bad about picking up the money there. But yeah, I was hoping to save it and then use it as fuel to donate. So be it, I suppose, though. Did he pick up a coin and give me a key from Flat Penny? If so, he's a much more sympathetic character. He's like, I need the money, but at the same time, you can have the key. I know you might need this more than me. What am I supposed to do? I can generate my own keys infinitely. Mind you, they only lead to a bunch of little greed heads popping out here, but still. Okay, he's very, very nearly dead. And as such, the next phase of our master plan is close to beginning. No. No hearts. Good. So he's done. God, I hate super armor, dude. I know it's like a 3-year-old argument at this point, but... Black Feather. Actually, a trinket I quite like. Don't use it that often, because rarely do you get the opportunity to really have it surmount another trinket, but occasionally it can be really useful. So, the goal here is to donate an absurd amount. We're going to wait until we get down to 25 cents. And if we play our cards right here, we might have one more greed mode run to max it out. And in that case, dude, it's been like the most efficient trip through greed mode ever. If we can defeat greed mode in N runs, where N is the number of characters who have to defeat greed mode +1, not quite peak efficiency, but pretty close. But actually, I think the donation machine will probably clog. I mean, you're taking a minimum 1% chance times the fact that I want to donate at least another 99 cents. Probabilistically speaking, still 1 penny. Probabilistically speaking, there's a decent... I started a joke. Started the whole world laughing. Only I couldn't... I don't want to see. That's a lewd image. Yet the joke was on me. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.